Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you aren't new. Today I thought it'd be fun to do like a little uni advice video, since I have completed my first year of uni and I'm moving into second year. Yeah, I thought this video might be helpful for some people if you're going to uni in September. Just some background information: I was really nervous to go to uni. I've got quite bad like social anxiety. I'm just quite an introvert, so I was really nervous to go. But yeah, here are some tips. And if you're debating whether to go or not because you're a bit nervous, I would definitely say go. Like, push yourself out of that comfort zone and actually just like try and experience it, because you know, when you're older you might regret not going and not like having experienced it. So I would definitely say go. So first thing is that you might not necessarily get on with your flatmates. I was really lucky that my flatmates kind of all got along, and I got along with like literally all of my flatmates. But even if you don't get on with your flatmates, you can always make friends with the flat next to you, which is what two of my friends done that are in my like friendship group now. They were across the hall from us and we invited them over like the second night we were there. Yeah, we just became friends with them and we've been friends with them ever since. If you don't get on with all your flatmates, don't really worry, because it's easy to like talk to other flats. You know, there'll be flat parties, and just I would recommend going to as many as you can just to like meet people. And then obviously like making friends on your course is good, and if you want to join any socials then definitely do that to make friends as well. I didn't actually do that, like I didn't join any socials or anything. I have like one friend on my uni course because I just don't really go in, which is like something I'll talk about a bit later. But yeah, I definitely recommend like trying to make friends outside of your flat as well. You're more than likely to get on with everyone like as soon as you get there, but like as time goes on, you know, you'll find that like maybe you're not like best friends with them or whatever, which is completely fine, and maybe you just want like friends outside of the flat. I don't recommend seeing someone that's like in your flat or the flat next to you or like in your friendship group. Yeah, definitely don't commit flat obsessed. It makes things very awkward. So yeah, that's the first bit of advice. You might get on with your flatmates, you might not. It doesn't really matter if you do or don't, but as long as like everything's civil, then it's fine. And you can also always ask to move flat if you find that like you really don't get on with people, but I'd say just try and be civil with everyone. And yeah, the second thing is that you don't have to go out all the time. I know that uni culture is kind of like going out and getting drunk, doing drugs, like this and that, but you don't have to. Like at the start of uni I went out pretty much every day, and then it just kind of died down. A lot of people in my flat did go out like all the time, but personally myself, I just stopped kind of going as often because one, it is very expensive, and two, I just didn't really like going out all the time, which is completely fine. You honestly don't have to. Like, if you're worried about that, don't be, because you don't have to go. Yes, it can get a bit lonely when like everyone's partying in the kitchen and you're kind of stuck in your room, but you know, it is what it is. Like, you just kind of get on with it. Don't feel like you'll be forced to go out all the time, because you won't. And if your flatmates or friends or what try and convince you to go out like all the time, you don't have to. You know, just do what you want to do. If you do want to go out all the time, definitely do that. It's completely up to you. The third bit of advice is to try and go out as much as you can in freshers. I just want to jump into the video and say, like, it sounds like I'm contradicting myself by saying don't go out all the time if you don't want to, and then saying go out as much as you can. I'm literally just talking about freshers. Like, try and go out during freshers, because that's when you make friends. Yeah, I just want to reiterate, like, go out as much as you want, but just particularly in freshers, try and go out just so that you can meet people and make friends. Freshers is like the time that you'll bond most with your flatmates and try and make like as many new friends as you can. Obviously everyone's in like the same boat, so they all want to make friends, so it's like the best time to try and make friends. But yeah, it was mostly a time to like really bond with my flatmates, and yeah, me and my flatmates are all like really close friends, and we have been like throughout the whole year. But basically on the first night, instead of like going out, me and my flatmates decided to just like get to know each other and stay in. So we drunk and we put on our pajamas and we went on like this massive walk, and it was just a really fun time. We hung out in one of our rooms and it was just like really fun. It was just a nice time to like get to know people. But yeah, try and go out as much as you can at freshers. You don't have to go out all the time or every day or whatever, but I would say try and go out as much as you can, and then after that you don't really have to like worry about going out as much. Okay, this is the next one. Be prepared for people to be loud. There was loads of people in my like flat that played like really loud music. Shout out to you, love you the most. I love them all, but music is usually played very loud. Also because of where I lived, obviously I lived in halls and there's a lot of people. It's gonna be loud most of the time, especially like the first few months when everyone's just going out every day. I know that my like room was right near the street, like down below, and like the smoking area of the building, so it was really loud all the time, like just really loud until like 4 in the morning. So just bear that in mind, it's gonna be loud. But yeah, that's the next bit of advice. Not really advice, just like be prepared. The next thing is to not let people walk all over you. Like if you're flatmates, you know, if you're not like super close with them and can't really speak openly with them, it's gonna be quite difficult to do, but don't let people walk all over you. I didn't personally have this experience, but I know that some people do. But yeah, if people are taking your food, just tell them. Like, people will try and take advantage if you let them. You know, it's hard being a student, you have to pay like a lot of money for things. Just speak up and be like, hey, is it okay if you don't eat my food? You know? But obviously this is gonna be different for everyone. Like, you might get on really well with your flatmates and just be like, yo, don't do that. Yeah, honestly, for me, I didn't have this experience, but I know some people do, so that's my advice. Don't let people walk all over you and just stand your ground. The next thing is to try and go to all your lectures, or like as many as you can. Basically, here's a little story about me. I didn't really go to many of my lectures at all, which is bad. I'm not gonna lie. It means that you, one, kind of get behind on work and it's harder to like understand for assignments and stuff, but two, it's going to be so much harder to make friends. As I said, I have literally one friend on my course. Yeah, it kind of makes it hard. Like when she doesn't go in, I don't want to go in because I'm like, who am I going to talk to? And yeah, definitely try and go to as many as you can. This is like the main point that I'm trying to make, is just try and talk to as many people as possible, because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you don't really have a lot of people. Like if you fall out with someone and then you don't really have anyone, it just makes things like not very nice. You won't want to be staying there, you'll just want to like drop out or go home or whatever. So yeah, that's my main point I'm trying to get across, is that you want to try and like speak to as many people as possible and try and make friends. My next bit of advice is to save a little bit of money before you go to uni, because you will need it. I literally saved like £3,000, nearly £4,000 before I went to uni, and I used it all within the first few months. And don't even ask me how, because I don't actually know. As I said, I don't even go out that much, so like I don't know how I spent that much money. You will spend a lot of money. You will go into your overdraft 100%, unless you're like really rich. You will go into your overdraft. So yeah, just know that you will probably be in your overdraft. I mean, it's definitely good to get a job. I didn't get a job for my first year because I wanted to focus on like being at uni. I knew that I was already like really overwhelmed. I was kind of struggling anyway, so I didn't want to put extra pressure on myself while I was like already struggling a bit like mentally. Try and like save up as much as you can, especially at freshers. You will spend a lot of money if you're going out like every day. Keep that in mind. The next thing is just about like mental health. You know, it's not really advice as such, but uni is quite a lonely place, and just be prepared for that. Like you will feel, you know, lonely at times, but that's perfectly normal. Like I definitely went through really bad patches of mental health when I was at uni. It was just like such a roller coaster, and now that I'm back home, like I'm definitely doing a lot better, and I'm like on a kind of somewhat steady course. What am I trying to say? But yeah, at uni you go through like a lot of emotions. It's so fun at times, and then you're like, shit, I just want to be at home. It is difficult and it's hard to like adjust to, but yeah, I would say just try and give it your best shot. Allow yourself to be open to situations and just do what you're comfortable with, really. But yeah, I think that's basically all I wanted to talk about and all the advice that I have. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions about uni. I'll be happy to answer them. Just write them in the comments down below. And if you want me to do like a uni essentials video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that anyway, so just subscribe if you want to see that. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and yeah, bye.